Good evening. Hopefully you can hear me. If anyone's watching, let me know that you can hear me. I'm just absolutely exhausted with technology today. Absolutely exhausted. So I'm just checking on my big computer. Hi Alistair. Can you give me a thumbs up or let me know that you can hear me? I'm just trying to check to see if anyone can hear me. What a nightmare, technology. So the reason why I'm a little bit late on here is my broadband has been down. Absolute nightmare, Virgin Media. It's always going down, absolutely always. There's always a problem with it. Not a week goes by where my Virgin broadband doesn't stop working. So And then I go to do this interview with Helen on Be Live TV, and it won't work on Safari because I've got an iMac. So I've gone to log in on Chrome and it's kicked me out. Doesn't want to know, doesn't want to talk to me, so it's not playing. So I'm really sorry that we're a few minutes late, and let's just get this show on the road. I'm going to turn this light down a little bit because it's quite bright. It's a bit like me having this halo over me. So I'm just going to turn it down. I don't want it too dark, do we? Helen, you're here. I was just saying, oh my God, what technological nightmares. Absolutely. So Virgin Broadband messing up today. Look at my poorly thumb. You're here. Look at my poorly thumb. So much for being healthy and eating lots of vegetables. I nearly cut it off the night before last, honestly. So I've had problems with Virgin today, and I've had problems with Be Live TV. So I'm going back to the old-fashioned, let's just do a Facebook Live. Let's just do it together. So I've got Helen here. I'm going to try and invite her onto this call. Helen's going to be my first guest speaker at the Business Lounge first event on the 1st of March. If your name's not down, you're not coming in. So you really need to hurry up and book on to get your space. So I'm just going to try and add Helen. Hang on. Allow your viewers to request. Right, Helen, you've got to ask to come on here, apparently. So if you could do that, and then I can let you in then. Hang on, try it again. Anyway, right, Helen, you need to request. Gemma, hello, nice to see you. Helen needs to request to come on here, and then I can let her in, and then we can both talk to you, which would be lovely, which would be very, very nice. So I'm really sorry about this. It's just been technological nightmare this afternoon. It really has. So unprofessional, isn't it? Absolutely so unprofessional. So I'm just waiting for Helen to do her thing and request to come on here. I don't know how else you're meant to do it. I really don't. If anyone can give me any advice on this, then I would really appreciate that. Because I've got no idea. All it keeps saying is that she can. I can't add her. She needs to request. Allow your viewers to request to join you as a guest in your broadcast. So I don't know, Helen. Just it should say somewhere on there, join the video. So the Business Lounge, I'll just tell you a little bit about the Business Lounge while I'm waiting for Helen to come on. So the first event is on Friday the 1st of March, and if you want to come along, then what you need to do is you need to book on via the Eventbrite link, which is in the pin post up the top. I had a chat with a few local businesses today, and basically what the Business Lounge is it's about connections, collaborations, coaching and coffee or tea or green tea or hot water. But I've just said the word coffee because it's quite generic. And what it is it's not just networking in the conventional sense. There's a lot of networking groups out there, but there's also a massive need for support, small business support, somewhere where you can go along and you can talk to other like-minded business owners in different, very, very different stages of their businesses, and get that, some sort of relationship building, and you can collaborate with other local businesses, and you can help one another out. And I think there's an awful lot of business owners that don't take the time out during their hectic schedules to kind of develop their business skills, or to go out and meet other people in business. And it is all about being around like-minded people. So this is kind of what the Business Lounge is going to be about. I'm going to be encouraging those connections and collaborations, and hoping that people meet with other people they can do business with, because ultimately that's what we're all in business for. So that'd be fabulous if we could get people that could collaborate, and it does certainly work within networking. It really, really does. So that's kind of why I wanted to do it. I just thought that there's so many small businesses that aren't represented properly in networking circles or in networking events, because a lot of them aren't that confident to go out to big, massive networking groups. And there's a lot of personalities in business, and there's equally a lot of personalities and different personalities in. Oh, Helen's saying she requested to join. Hang on. Oh, I'm going to add her now. Helen's friends will be able to see this video too. So while Helen's coming on, so I kind of just thought that there needs to be more of a business support stroke networking group, which is why she's there. Hi, Helen.
Hi. I hope to do this on the phone. Hang on, it's a bit. Finally. The light's a bit.
Let me try and turn. It's the same in this room.
There we go.
But no, so what I kind of thought was there's this massive need for a business networking group, but also business support, but where people can come along and they can kind of get some tips from me, from a business coaching and mentoring angle, different theme. And equally, as we go along, if people want, if they've got specific things that they want us to cover, then I'll make damn sure that we do that. This is your group. It's not just all about me, it's your group. But equally, my guest speakers that I'm going to have aren't going to be just anybody. I've had quite a few people, good response, quite a few people that would like to have a chat with me further about being a guest speaker. And that's amazing, because again, I want to highlight and showcase the skills and experiences that so many businesses have got, and they don't tend to be able to go out there and showcase that. So my guest speakers, there will always be a theme to the guest speaking. There'll always be an agenda, as in you're going to come away from that group, you're going to come away from the Business Lounge being inspired, motivated, supported, knowing that you've kind of you've met some good people, you've met people you might be able to collaborate with and do business with, but equally where you've come away with some really, really good tips. Hopefully good tips from myself, but equally from my guest speakers. So without further ado, I'm not going to waffle on anymore. Before I forget, because I will forget at the end of this video, if you want to come along, please drop on the pinned comment, click the link and book your ticket. If your name's not down, you're not coming in. Ticket sales stop a week on Monday, I think. But also, if you're not sure if this is for you, pick up the phone, just have a chat with me and we'll have a conversation, okay? Right, Helen, introduce yourself. Here's Helen.
Hi, yes. we're great at technology, aren't we? I've got the desktop all set up. Hi, Tricia, lovely to see you. And there's nowhere on the desktop that gives me any idea of how I can actually join. So you're merrily going on over there because I can't turn that off. So and the lighting was terrible with this phone. So hopefully that's better and there's not too much mess in the background, because I've got my background all sorted out as we were discussing the other day.
I know.
So yeah, hey ho, best plans. But yes, lovely to have you join me, have you bring me on here. What is she? And you both. Yeah, great to have you there, Trisha, and thank you, Anita, for inviting me to be the first guest speaker at your brand new event. I can't wait. It sounds really exciting and really different to what we've been involved with before, so that's going to be great fun. So yes, I'm going to be talking all about all things client experience, which a lot of people tend to think is the cherry on the cake, and it's like the last thing that they think of doing. You know, they sort out their accountant and their bookkeeping and their CRM, whatever else they want to do, and then right at the end they might think about, oh, what experience do I want to give my client? Whereas in fact, that's completely the wrong way around, and it should be the foundation of what you're doing. So that's what you actually start with. When you start your business, why are you doing your business? Who are you doing your business for? And what experience do you want to offer them? Everything else is built on top of that afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that you need to do first, is get that laid out. And so many people, I put a poll in my group, my Facebook group, just recently, becoming exceptional. If anybody would love to join, we'd love to see you over there. And asking what they had the most trouble with. And the biggest thing that people have is following up with their clients. So again, we were discussing this the other day, weren't we, Anita? That so many business owners spend so much time trying to get their new clients in. They spend a lot of time, a lot of money trying to get new clients in continually. They get a client, next one, next one, next one.
All the time.
That's it. And what they're forgetting is the clients they've already got. So for me, the most important thing is making sure that you take care of the clients you've already got. You've spent the money, you've got them. And it's turning those ones into raving fans, because we all know the 80-20 rule. You get 80% of your business from 20% of your clients. So you need to take care of that 20%. And in fact, while I'm throwing figures at you, if you can increase your client retention by just 5%, you can increase your profit by up to 95%.
Wow.
So that just shows you how important it is to take care of those clients who've already bought from you. They've already gone through that know, like, and trust. And it's just turning those ones into raving fans, because then they will do the selling for you and your marketing costs will come down.
Yeah, they will. Exactly. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? It's an absolute no-brainer, because as you said, you know, we're all, everybody in business is guilty of this. You know, we spend so much time on our marketing, so much money, time, effort, energy, every part of us, you know, into our marketing so that we get new clients, and then we work with the clients, and then the client goes, and then you're working for some more clients, and then they go. And so many businesses are guilty of not looking after those clients, even if, for instance, say like in a, I don't know, from what you and I do, we might work with somebody for half a day, and then we have a month of accountability and supporting them after that. We'd be really, really bad at what we do if we just let them go and we didn't, we weren't there for them in the future. Because again, you know, especially from our perspective, when you're in the service industry, you think you're just doing something with somebody for that period of time, and then you've got them sorted and then off they go. But they're going to develop, and they're going to need possibly to come back at a later stage in their business, for instance, and want more support, you know, from us. Equally the same with, and I see this a lot with trades, you know, they'll do some leaflet dropping, they'll put an advert in a, you know, in a local magazine. They might even go out networking if they feel like it. They'll get a client, you know, they'll have a book full of clients all week. They'll go and do what needs to be done, and then that's it. There's no further recognition. There isn't anything. They don't keep in touch with them further, because they just think, well, I've done that job, I've been paid for it, got the money, thank you, goodbye, off to the next one. And as you rightfully said, and we've had these discussions before, what happens then is that when businesses don't have a proper strategy in place when it comes to marketing or client retention or looking for new clients, what happens is it's like a feast or famine. And then they absolutely panic when they haven't got any business coming in. What they then do is they panic, get back on that treadmill or on the hamster wheel of going out to get more new clients without looking at, hang on a second, how's Mrs. Jones doing, you know, that I worked with 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, that could potentially need them now.
That's it. And even if you've had potential clients that didn't turn into paying clients, it's always worth keeping in touch, because no doesn't mean no, not at all. No often just means no, not right now.
Yeah.
I did a challenge a little while ago. Hi, Sue, lovely to see you here. I did a challenge a little while ago in my group, and one of the things that I asked them to do was to go back and connect with clients that they've not spoken to or been in contact with for some time. And I had clients coming back that said, you know, oh my God, there was somebody that I haven't spoken to in like 2 or 3 years, and has now just paid me for some work.
Yeah.
Because they just put it out there and made that connection. There's a really simple little trick. It's just like you could have between a 9 and a 12-word email. You know, are you still interested in whatever it is that you do? And just send it out. And it's not salesy, it's not pushy, but it's just jogging people's memory.
No,
because
exactly.
there's so much going on now on social media and life in general, that if you're not front and center of mind with your clients, they forget you. So it may not be that they don't want what you've got. They may just have forgotten about you, and somebody else has popped up in there on their radar, and they've gone with them. So if you just keep in contact and in connection with your clients or potential clients, then when they're ready, they know exactly where you are, they know what you're doing and how to contact you. And it's just as simple as that. It's just keeping those connections going and not going, oh, well, I've done that bit of work for them, that's the end of that, where's the next client?
Exactly.
It's looking more long term, and what else could I offer people? You know, and if you don't know, there's a really simple answer to that one too. Ask your clients.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that are going to be able to tell you what it is that they want next. So, and that's what we want to do. We want to offer the best that we can to our clients. So simply by asking them, how can I help you further? And then doing that.
Tricia said, I send birthday cards just to let them know I'm thinking of them. I mean, that's a really nice personal touch, you know, and that takes some time and some effort to do that. But equally, if I received that from somebody that I'd done business with, I would think that is just such a lovely personal touch. And it might have been, for instance, 11 months since I last spoke to them or heard from them, but sending that card lets people know that you're still there and you're still available. I think that's a really, really nice touch. And it is sometimes about the personal touch, isn't it?
It's a lot about personal touch, and it doesn't have to be expensive. This is the thing, marketing is really, really expensive. Now, how much does it cost you to send, you know, a birthday card? Yes, there's a little bit of organization going on, but everybody's got a diary, whether that's a paper diary like I love, or your Google calendar. You just put all the information in there. I mean, everyone that's in Facebook, all their birthdays pop up on my calendar, so you know that. So it's just being a little bit organized. Just at the beginning of the month, have a check through and see whose birthday is coming up, or a work anniversary with you, or, you know, it's a child's birthday, or there's some kind of thing that you can send out a card for. Put it in the diary at the beginning of the month, check out what you've got to get done, and put them all ready. And I say, it costs very little to send a birthday card, but when something is handwritten and you get it through snail mail, it makes so much difference, because everything is so digital now. You know, you even I was getting Christmas cards, digital Christmas cards, and you go, really? You know, I like to have something to hold on to, and it makes so much difference when you get that little bit of thought that somebody's put in it. You know, when you're sending out orders. I mean, I know, Tricia, you do the most beautiful jewellery hearts. Which is always asked before. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just sending out those little handwritten notes, just a little thank you note with it. Hi, Jeanette. Little thank you note with it. It costs you nothing to do that, but it means the world to somebody, that it's not just, you know, oh, I'm just another order. So yeah, just have a think. We did something at one of the networking events we were at, didn't we, Anita, when I was talking, which was literally people just got into pairs and asked each other, you know, if you were my ideal client, what would you like from me that I don't do now? And we got some brilliant answers come up. So really just asking your clients, you know, what would you like me to do that I don't currently do? because we can't always think ourselves of all the answers. So, you know, use your clients and ask them.
I think definitely, yeah, old school Trisha, without a doubt. I absolutely, everyone that knows me in person knows, hi Alison, everyone that knows me in person knows that I absolutely have got a fascination for paper and pen. I use my trusty Filofax and planners rather than anything else. I absolutely love that. And I've got, my phone's actually propped up on it at the moment, but I've got really beautiful fountain pen sets that, again, I just absolutely love using. And I prefer to receive something in a handwritten form. And equally, if I'm sending anything out, I like to just handwrite it. Handwritten notes with colour swatches. See, Jeanette, that's just a lovely, lovely touch again. Because as Helen said, we're in such a digital world, you know. Everything's done on social media, everything's done electronically, you know. I mean, I'm guilty of this. You can send birthday cards through, you know, I won't mention names, but through electronic means, you know, which is great and it's convenient, but there's nothing better than sending something that's a little bit more personal. And that's something that I'm actually going to start doing this year, because I just think it's nice. It really is. And it's a nice way for people to sort of remember that you're around and what it is that you do. And equally with the business lounge, what I'm hoping is that people will feel that they can come to me and say, I'd like this covered, Anita, in a meeting, or, you know, can we have some help on this, for instance? Because again, asking the question and giving back, you know, this isn't going to be a not just networking stroke business support group where people come along, I take their money, they have their brunch, they have their tea, coffee, do a little weekly introduction, have to be bored listening to an absolutely boring speakers that mean nothing to people in business. That I've had so many experiences of that in the past. I will actually write a book on that, I think. Helen knows, I've told her a couple of the experiences that I've had when I've been out networking. But you know, this is about me giving back to other small businesses, but equally so that we can all learn, you know, we can all take stuff away. I know, hi Kerry, I know a lot of what I'm doing, obviously, you know, I'm in business, so I kind of know what I'm doing, or hopefully I do. Same as with Helen and all of you that are watching, but we don't know everything. So, you know, Trisha just mentioning about birthday cards, that's just given me a light bulb moment. Why am I not doing that? Why am I not sending my clients cards? As Helen said, you know, working with me anniversaries, things like that. So I think we're all going to pick up so much good value. One from Helen, obviously speaking at the first event on the 1st of March, but also from one another, which is what this is all about. You know, it's all about collaboration and connections, and I can't stress that enough. I really, really can't. So Helen, is there anything you want to ask people out there that could be watching this? I'm going to pin this on my page as well for anyone that is obviously looking at coming along on the 1st of March. Is there anything that you want to ask people to get in touch with you about before the event?
Oh, let's have a think before the event. Well, I think really it's just if they've got anything specific, any specific problems that they have with their client retention, and just let me know so that I can make sure that I cover it. One of the biggest problems I find is that most people don't even know what their client retention rate is. So maybe start by looking at that and finding out, well, you know, what is my client retention rate? Is it good or bad? When I had my business, I had a 6-figure salon business for 16 years, and my retention rate was 82%, which I thought was normal. Little did I know that the average is about 33%. So most businesses lose 2/3 of their business every year, and that is generally because people think that they don't care. That's the biggest reason for leaving. So I would urge people to sort out and find out what their retention rate is. And if you don't know what that is, then you need to come and hear me talk at Anita's event. But I will be giving you lots of hints, tips and tricks that you can actually take away and implement in your business immediately after the event. And these are things that do not cost. They're either low cost or no cost. That's what I'll do for you. Because I think that's the easiest way. And then once you get some traction, then you can think about, you know, if you want to start spending money on things like that. But to start with, you can implement things that are low cost and no cost, and I'll give you plenty of ideas on the first that you can take away. But yeah, if anybody's got any questions on anything about the client experience or the client journey that you would like me to cover, I think I've got about 20 minutes, haven't I? So we can't do loads, but you know, if there's anything specific, I want to really make sure that the people that are there and that show up get what they really, really want from this. So yes, please do just message me on Facebook. That's absolutely fine. And I'll make sure that I include that for you.
No, thank you, Helen. Stephen has put, reminding your client of the different things you could do, especially current or prior clients, is essential. I find that previous clients forget your range of skills. That's true. Often reminding them is the same as them hearing your range of skills for the first time. Absolutely spot on. That is really, really true.
Yes.
Because again, when you're working with somebody, especially from a service point of view, you know, we could be working, for instance, I could be working with someone, doing a half a day with them, and there could be 3 key areas that they want to work on, 3 key goals, and we'll work on those. But then unless they continue to hear from me afterwards, whether that's via e-news, newsletter, blog, podcast, watching me on here, they're not going to know the breadth of the other stuff that I could potentially help them with. And that's the same for all businesses, you know, even if you're, I don't know, say you work in, you know, in finances, you know, you're a financial advisor. You might work with a client purely on pensions and that's it. But unless they know, or they've asked, or you've told them that you can deal with investments, you can deal with, you know, all sorts of other things, they're not going to know about that, you know. Similarly with will writers, and I had this conversation recently with our will writer. So I kind of just assumed for years that's all that they do. They just do wills. No, they don't. They do so much more than that. You know, things in trust, lasting power of attorney. And again, we were at a networking event the other week, and one of the will writers was there. She's done this amazing presentation. I am going to ask her to come to the business lounge one month on all of the things sort of business related that you need to be aware of. I'm going off on a tangent now, but what I'm trying to say is, unless we tell our clients, potential clients, followers, exactly what it is that we do and the breadth of the skills and the stuff that we can do and the things that we can help them with, they're not going to know because they're not mind readers. And again, that's part of the client experience, because, you know, if you're doing something with one client and you'd be really upset to find that they've gone elsewhere for something that you know that you can do, it's pointless, absolutely pointless. So I've gone on quite enough this evening, I think. Massive thank you to Helen, one, for agreeing to be my first guest speaker on the 1st of March at the Business Lounge, but also, you know, she's been very supportive of this adventure that I'm on, which again is what networking is all about. Networking and business friendships, that's what it's all about. It's about collaboration and support. So without further ado, if you are on the fence about coming along, just come along, honestly, even if it's just for the fact that you come along and you have a really nice brunch in one of the most beautiful venues in Medway. And we do have beautiful menus, we'll have those as well, but beautiful venues as well. Please come along. And, you know, you're supporting me, you're supporting Helen and tons of other small businesses within the North Kent region. I'll make sure that I put the link on the bottom of this video as well, just in case you can't see it. And I look forward to seeing you all at the Business Lounge on the 1st of March. And thanks again, Helen.
Thank you so much, Anita. Yes, I'm really looking forward to it, and we may even stay on for lunch afterwards, mightn't we? So if anybody wants to join us for that, it's a beautiful venue overlooking the harbour with some amazing boats in there. So we've got aspirations of which ones we want to own. But yes, you know, there's time afterwards if people want to stay on for lunch and network further, then they can do that too. But it's going to be a fabulous event, fabulous location, and a fabulous hostess too.
Thank you. And more importantly, an amazing guest speaker, and free parking, which is unheard of, especially in
I
Medway.
know.
We have free parking, and it is overlooking the boats. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. I'm really, really pleased that I've got such an amazing location. So yeah, right, have a fantastic evening, everybody, and if we don't speak to you before or hear from you, we hope to see you on the 1st of March. Take care. Good evening. Bye.